So I want to talk a little bit about how my class has changed over the course of 10 years being a teacher and discovering project-based learning and discovering writing workshop and taking the two and running with them. When I first started teaching, I taught using a curriculum guide, which I was very thankful for as a first, second, third year teacher. I was really thankful for having a guide, a manual that I could follow and know that I'm teaching the skills that I need to teach my students. But eventually I started to get bored and I started to get complaints and behavior management issues where kids were like, really, we have to get out a workbook again. We have to get out the textbook again. Like, do we really have to take this test again, Miss Warner? I'm so sick of spelling tests. And the same kids got A's, the same kids got F's at week after week after week of giving, spelling tests. And so when I discovered project-based learning and writing workshop, I just knew it was what I needed to motivate my kids and to make them feel like they're not just here to jump through a bunch of hoops. They're little human beings that want to be heard, that want to be involved, that want to do things that excite them. And so I started to let them get excited. My first project-based learning assignment was actually in February of, I think it was maybe my second or third year of teaching. And actually I got the idea from a textbook. The textbook talked about like Valentine's cards, and there was a story in the book. It was Open Court by Houghton Mifflin, and there was a story in the book about kids making Valentine's cards for each other for Valentine's Day and not buying them from the store but actually like hand making them. And in the middle of reading this Open Court story, I said, hey, let's make cards and sell them to other classes. And I could not believe how excited my students got about doing this. And they planned everything. What materials do we need? Who can bring this from home? Who can bring that from home? What day are we going to do this? How are we going to actually advertise this to other classes? It was my first project-based learning activity, and it went really, really well. Yeah, it was insane. It was crazy and really overwhelming and stressful at times, but I'm pretty sure those kids, they've graduated high school now. I'm pretty sure they remember that. They remember that experience. They remember how much fun they had and that they had a voice in my classroom. And that's what's most important to me as a teacher, is not teaching from the textbook, doing worksheets, taking spelling tests. It's about making my students feel empowered.